Welcome back to A Pearl in Every Cowslip's Ear. This is CLE's Language Arts 5, Book 3. Alright, 5th grade lesson 1 in the new book. Some review. How can you tell if a word is an adverb or a preposition? Like the word above. Tell me, is it an adverb or a preposition? Let me give you two sentences. The bird flew above the clouds, or the bird flew above. Which one is an adverb? When is above an adverb?
Above the clouds.
Above the clouds is the preposition one. Because above the clouds has a complete prepositional phrase, and that makes it a preposition. But if there's no prepositional phrase, the bird flew above, then it's just an adverb telling where. But if it has the bird flew above the clouds, because prepositions show relationships between things, then it's a prepositional phrase. This tells where prepositions tell where objects are, but they also always have to have some more words coming after them. You can't just have that preposition by itself. If the preposition is all by itself, it's not a preposition. It's actually an adverb. Okay, now remember that we build paragraphs like a sentence. We put we build paragraphs like a sandwich. We put a topic sentence, like that first piece of bread, and then we put all the goody stuff inside, and then we kind of re-summarize the paragraph with that last sentence to sandwich it in between them. Remember that from last book. Okay, how can I say these phrases to be more concise? Continue on. Please continue on with your work. What could I say instead? Please.
Please continue.
Please continue with your work. Please refer back to the dictionary. What would be better? Please. Instead of refer back, I could just say refer. Please refer to the dictionary. So instead of saying continue on or refer back, just say continue or refer. That's good enough. The next set of words, let's make these words plural. Instead of one day, we have 3 days. And what do we add? Just
S.
Just S. Instead of one miss, we have 2 Miss Es. E-S. Instead of one helper, we have 2 helpers. Instead of just one ability, we have 2
abilities.
And how do we make that one?
I-E-S.
Great. Change the Y to I and add ES. 2 abilities. All right, that's all we have for review. Let's talk about the new lesson. Nominative case pronouns and then compounds. The nominative case pronouns. Nominative case is a new word for you. Nominative. What does it kind of sound like? Nominative reminds me of naming something. So nominative case, these are ones that name things. And the nominative case pronouns, there are different cases. The word case means group. The nominative group of pronouns or form of pronouns. And we have different forms. We've got nominative, objective, possessive, and you've not really heard too much about these cases before. We've just kind of taught you about pronouns. But now you're getting bigger. So we're going nominative case, the case that names things. And the nominative case pronouns are the pronouns you would use if the pronoun is the subject of a sentence. So it's the pronouns that you would use if the pronoun is a subject of the sentence. And here they are. I, you, he, she, it, we, they. I'm not going to say the you twice because we already said it over here. And they're listed like this. These ones are the singular. We just have one, I, he, she, or it. But and these ones are plural. If it's more than one of us, we have we, or you, all of you, or they. They play soccer. So, can you say that with me? I, you, he, she, it, we, they. You should memorize that. I, you, he, she, it, we, they. You should be able to say that as the nominative case pronouns. Now, I'll make you very quick with this. Now, we have no problem. If we're filling in something for the sentence, put in a pronoun, put in one of these words, and finish my sentence. Went fishing. We went fishing. I went fishing. He went fishing. She went fishing. It went fishing. They went fishing. Okay, that's a subject. We always put a nominative case pronoun in. So we have no problem here. What is the nominative case pronoun in the sentence? He works here. Up at the top.
What?
He works here. What is the nominative case
He.
pronoun? He. And notice that he is used as the subject. And the verb is works. And here's an adverb. Let's diagram that. He works here. He's the subject, works as a verb. Here is the adverb modifying there. So nominative case pronouns always used as the subject. Now, what gets tricky is when we have compound subjects. When instead of just having he works here, we have a fourth. And one of these is a pronoun and one isn't. She or her and Marie sing well. What should it be? She or her and Marie. Which should we choose?
She.
Good. We choose she. And how can we discover this? This is the subject of the sentence. So we need to use nominative case, she. We don't use her, because her is not nominative case. And another good thing that you can do is cover up this. Do we say she sings well or her sings well? She, so it makes sense. So he or him and Ron left early.
He.
He and Ron left early. That's the correct. And you can make it more simple by discovering up this. He left early. And that sounds right to our ears. I'll get your question later. It sounds right to our ears and helps us choose the right ones. So to start with, for number 1, Mr. Owens is our next door neighbor. Instead of saying Mrs. Owens, instead of saying Mrs. Owens, we say, for number 1 there in your lesson, I'm going to do one of them with you. Instead of saying Mrs. Owens, we can say, which one of these?
He. No.
Close, except as a Mrs. So we're going to say, she left early. Excellent. That's how you do that part. And then for 6, 7, and 8, you cross out the incorrect one and you write the correct one in there. One more thing before you go, and that is I want to read the spelling words so that you can for sure know how they sound. I'll just read them. Alfalfa, blossom, cabbage, cultivate, decrease, fertilize, growth, humidity, increase, irrigate, nature, oasis, root, season, seedling, shrub, sprout, surface, thistle, transplant. Are there some new words in there? Good. Well, I wish you the best success.